Good morning.
In 2006, the CDC reported that there were more than 1.2 million emergency room visits and 2.7 million physician office visits due to excessive drinking. Now, can I ask you all to please stand?
Great.
Please sit down if you have ever gotten drunk.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You're a liar today.
I promise I've never drank.
Sit down if you have friends who have gotten drunk. And as you can see, we all have some connection to alcohol. So, although many people use alcohol consumption as a means of enjoyment or socialization, abstaining from alcohol will promote a healthy and safe lifestyle, leading to a happy life instead of just a happy hour. So I surveyed this speech class, and 8 out of 23 students completed it. From those 8
That's a good ratio.
students, I saw that 1 student drinks more than once a week, 2 students drink only socially at parties, 1 student drinks on special occasions only, and I was surprised to find out that 3 students never drink.
Chanel.
Even though I have never consumed alcohol, I have researched this topic thoroughly, and I have friends and family who drink as well. Today I will talk about the short-term effects of drinking, the long-term effects of drinking, and I will also provide some solutions. First of all, let's look at the immediate short-term effects of drinking alcohol. The first one is violence. And under the Surviving Predators section of a book by Stefan Persuasive, I read that alcohol weakens the brain mechanisms that normally restrain impulsive behaviors. And that includes inappropriate aggression. And to emphasize this, I prepared a video from YouTube that I would like to share with you all. And this video is about violent drunken teens getting arrested in the King's Cross in Australia. And then there's another.
This room right here.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
Just thinking.
It's a news report.
Nice to know. Oh, lag.
Yeah.
A heavy police presence didn't stop a massive brawl breaking out in King's Cross last night, with one man king hit to the ground. Hundreds of people have been arrested as part of a national crackdown on drunken violence.
This is exactly what the police feared when they set out to round up drunken thugs in Sydney's infamous party zones, none more notorious than grubby, dangerous King's Cross. The blitz on booze, fuel, violence, no cocktail was more disturbing than the combination of alcohol and testosterone.
I spit on you.
Serious attitude and zero tolerance. More than 2,000 police hit the streets in the Trans-Tasman Operation Unite. In Sydney, despite all the police warnings, it was a typical summer night. Boozing, bashing, stretchers and handcuffs used in 275 arrests last night.
There's around 486 charges laid, and the numbers are up on last year.
Some of those wanting to flee the trouble in King's Cross found themselves stranded.
I have no idea how I'm going to get home. We're from Perth, and in Perth,
get to train home every hour for free, taxis will actually take you home.
As police were called to this hit and run in Darlinghurst, drink driving was also targeted, with 35,000 breath tests resulting in 88 charges. At Walters 7 News.
So that was interesting. And now another short-term effect would be, of course, sexual behavior. And so, a study showed that drinking was strongly related to the decision to have sex and to discriminate forms of risky sex. And that was stated in an article on the Journal and Studies of Alcohol and Drugs website. And now let's look at a couple of serious long-term effects. There are serious neurological problems, and alcohol has a significant negative effect on the nerves and muscle cells. On the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism website, I found that up to 80% of alcoholics have a deficiency in thiamine, and some of these people will later go on to develop a disease known as the Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, also known as WKS. WKS is a disease that consists of two separate syndromes, a short-lived and severe condition called the Wernicke's encephalopathy and a long-lasting condition known as Korsakoff's psychosis. The first part of the syndrome includes mental confusion, paralysis of the nerves that move the eyes, and difficulty with muscle coordination. About 80 to 90% of people with that disease will later on go to develop the second phase of it, which is called the Korsakoff psychosis. And that consists of persistent learning and memory problems. And I got that from NIH.gov. Another long-term effect is liver diseases. And alcoholic liver disease occurs after years of heavy drinking. And according to the National Institutes of Health website, alcohol can increase inflammation in the liver, and over time, scarring and cirrhosis can occur. Cirrhosis is the final stage in the alcoholic liver disease. And so I will share a story with you. And so my uncle was a heavy drinker over the course of many years, and so he finally started getting health and liver problems, and then his condition was so bad that his doctor told him that if he drinks again, then he will die. And currently he's still waiting for a liver transplant, but he's been waiting for a couple of years now. So now that we all understand the seriousness of this issue, let's discuss some solutions. The most obvious one is abstinence from drinking, but one could also order non-alcoholic beverages, and it'll still satisfy. Also, during this holiday season, people tend to drink more alcohol because of parties and many social gatherings, but you could set a reasonable limit ahead of time, to control how many bottles, glasses, or shots you will allow yourself to consume at that event. So, as you can see, there are many drawbacks of drinking alcohol, such as short-term effects like violence and sexual behaviors, and long-term effects such as neurological and liver problems. But there are many solutions out there to help. I will now pass around a contract that you can sign or not. And this is basically just like signing a contract or making a promise to drink responsibly during this Christmas and New Year's. So, I hope you have all become more of alcohol consumption and will decide to either continue to abstain from